They ended one war just to start a bigger one. The trailer didn't just drop, it warned us, because what we're seeing right now isn't closure, it's escalation. Power Legacy wastes zero time pretending this is a fresh start. This is what happens after the smoke clears, after the bodies are buried, after the crowns are stolen and worn anyway. And the biggest lie the trailer tells, that anyone is safe. Because if you thought Force ending meant Tommy finally found peace, this trailer quietly laughs in your face. Tommy Egan doesn't get peace. He gets bigger enemies, bigger cities, and bigger consequences. What hits immediately is the tone. This isn't loud, it's cold, controlled, almost uncomfortable, like everyone knows something bad is coming, but nobody wants to say it out loud. Tommy doesn't look like a man celebrating victory. He looks like someone who understands the cost of winning. Chicago didn't break him, but it emptied him. And when a man has nothing left to lose, that's when he becomes the most dangerous version of himself. The trailer makes that painfully clear without spelling it out. Every line, every pause, every stare feels like a warning sign flashing red. And then there's Tariq, because of course there is. Power never lets the past stay buried, does it? Tariq isn't running anymore. He's not reacting. He's planning. The trailer positions him differently this time, not as a kid cleaning up messes, but as someone who expects blood to be spilled and budgets for it. The scary part? He looks comfortable there, almost too comfortable. It's the kind of calm that comes from knowing you've already crossed every moral line possible, so what's one more? What makes Legacy feel different is how openly it admits what power has always been about. Not family, not loyalty, control, influence, territory. The trailer hints that this story isn't about survival anymore, it's about expansion. That's a dangerous shift, because surviving makes you careful, expanding makes you greedy, and greed is what gets empires burned to the ground. You can feel that tension building underneath everything, like the universe itself knows someone is reaching too far this time. There's also this constant suggestion that history is repeating itself, but wrong. Old moves are being reused in new cities. Old alliances are forming with new lies. The trailer doesn't tell you who's betraying who, but it makes one thing obvious. Trust is already dead. Everyone smiles like an ally and moves like an enemy. And if you're paying attention, you'll notice how often the word legacy feels less like a promise and more like a threat. Because legacy isn't what you leave behind, it's what comes back to haunt you. By the end of the trailer, the biggest question isn't what will happen, it's who will break first. Tommy pushing forward like a man chasing destiny, or Tariq standing still like a man setting a trap. Two minds shaped by the same war, now moving towards something even darker. And the scariest part, they might think they're on the same side. But in a world where everyone wants the throne, how long before one of them decides the other is in the way? The more you sit with this trailer, the clearer it becomes that Power Legacy isn't trying to shock you with explosions or sudden deaths. It's trying to unsettle you. This is a slower kind of danger, the kind that creeps in when people start believing their own hype. And that's exactly where both Tommy and Tariq are right now. Not reckless, not desperate, confident. And confidence in the power universe has always been the first sign of a coming disaster. Tommy's energy feels different here. He's not reacting to chaos anymore. He is the chaos. The trailer quietly shows us a man who has already accepted what he is. No guilt, no hesitation, no illusions about redemption. He's not trying to fix anything, he's trying to dominate it. Chicago was the test run. Now the real game begins. And what's terrifying is how natural it looks on him, like this was always the destination, like everything that happened before was just training. But here's where the tension really sharpens, because while Tommy moves like a conqueror, Tariq moves like a chess player, and those two mindsets do not coexist peacefully for long. The trailer hints that Tariq has learned something crucial from Ghost's mistakes. Power doesn't come from being the loudest man in the room, it comes from being the one nobody sees coming. Every decision he makes feels calculated, layered, and just a little bit cold. The kind of cold that comes from experience, not age. And let's talk about that experience. Tariq has watched empires collapse from the inside. He's seen how loyalty rots. He's seen how mentors turn into threats. He's lived through the cost of trusting the wrong person. So when the trailer places him back into a world of expanding territory and bigger ambitions, it raises an uncomfortable thought. Is he really partnering up, or is he positioning himself? Because in power, partnerships are rarely equal, and they're never permanent. The idea of legacy starts to twist here. At first, it sounds like building something that lasts, but the trailer slowly reframes it into something darker. A burden, a shadow, a curse passed down from one generation to the next. Ghost built an empire and destroyed his family. Tommy survived everyone he loved. Tariq inherited the consequences. And now, instead of running from that history, he's stepping straight into it, almost daring fate to repeat itself. There's also this constant suggestion that the world around them is changing faster than they are. New players, new rules, new threats that don't care about old reputations. The trailer makes it clear that being legendary doesn't make you untouchable, it makes you a target. Everyone wants to be the one who took down a king. Everyone wants their name attached to the fall of a myth. And that pressure sits heavy on both of them.
What makes Power Legacy feel especially dangerous is that the trailer doesn't sell this story as a rise, it sells it as an imbalance. Something is off. The power dynamics aren't settled, they're shifting. And the more you think about it, the more obvious it becomes that this isn't a story about conquering a city. It's about what happens when too many kings exist at the same time. Because power has always taught us one brutal rule: thrones don't like to be shared. The trailer quietly plants this idea that expansion isn't just physical anymore, it's psychological. Territory isn't just streets and buildings, it's influence, perception, fear. Tommy understands dominance. He knows how to impose himself until the world bends, but this time, he's stepping into spaces where violence alone isn't enough. There are systems in place now, networks, people who don't fight with guns, but with leverage. And the question starts creeping in. Is Tommy evolving fast enough, or is he about to collide with a game he refuses to play by new rules? At the same time, Tariq's arc feels disturbingly familiar, and that's the point. The trailer mirrors Ghost's journey without copying it. Same calm intensity, same belief that intelligence can outmaneuver brute force, same assumption that he's always 2 steps ahead. But we already know where that road leads. Ghost thought he was untouchable too. He thought he could control outcomes, control people, control fate. And we all remember how that ended. So when Tariq stands where Ghost once stood, you can't help but wonder, is he learning from the past or repeating it with better excuses? There's a constant sense that both men are surrounded by ghosts, not literal ones, but consequences that refuse to stay buried. Old enemies don't disappear, they evolve. Old decisions don't fade, they resurface at the worst possible time. The trailer hints that certain names, certain histories are about to matter again. And when power brings the past back into the present, it's never for nostalgia, it's for punishment, because this universe doesn't reward survival, it charges interest on it. What's especially chilling is how calm everything feels. No panic, no desperation, just controlled momentum. That's how you know something catastrophic is coming. Power always goes quiet before it explodes. The trailer leans into that silence, almost daring the audience to underestimate what's next. Everyone looks prepared, everyone looks ready, and that's exactly why it feels like someone is about to make a fatal mistake, because readiness often turns into arrogance, and arrogance is the fastest way to die in this world. Another layer the trailer subtly introduces is isolation. Even surrounded by allies, both Tommy and Tariq feel alone because power isolates. The higher you climb, the fewer people you can trust. Every conversation becomes strategic, every smile becomes suspect, every offer comes with hidden terms. And when you live like that long enough, you start seeing betrayal everywhere, even where it doesn't exist. That paranoia, that's not weakness, that's survival, but it's also what pushes people to strike first, just to avoid being struck. And here's where the tension sharpens into something uncomfortable. The trailer suggests that legacy isn't building toward a single enemy, it's building toward a collision, 2 ideologies, 2 methods, 2 versions of power moving closer together under the illusion of partnership. And history tells us that when power sets up a collision like that, it never ends cleanly. Someone always miscalculates, someone always underestimates the other, someone always believes they're in control right up until they aren't. By the end of this section, one thought refuses to leave your mind. The biggest threat in power legacy isn't the streets, the rivals, or the expansion itself. It's the moment when one of them realizes the other isn't an ally anymore, but a problem that needs to be eliminated. By the time power legacy fully settles into your head, the trailer leaves you with a realization that's almost uncomfortable. This story isn't heading toward balance, it's heading toward collapse. Not the kind of collapse that comes from one bad decision, but the slow, inevitable breakdown that happens when too many powerful people believe they deserve everything. The trailer doesn't tease a final boss or a clear villain. Instead, it suggests something far more dangerous. The system itself is cracking under the weight of ambition. Legacy keeps circling back to one haunting idea. Nothing in this universe stays contained. Expansion always spills over. When one city is conquered, another reacts. When one empire grows, three smaller ones unite to bring it down. The trailer hints that the moves being made now are being watched closely, not just by rivals, but by forces that don't operate in the shadows. This isn't the old power world where problems could be handled quietly. Eyes are everywhere, mistakes echo louder, and the higher Tommy and Tariq climb, the more visible they become. Tommy's arc in this trailer feels like a warning disguised as triumph. Yes, he's stronger than ever. Yes, he survived what should have killed him 10 times over. But the trailer subtly frames him as a man outrunning consequences that are gaining ground fast. You can only live like a force of nature for so long before nature pushes back. And the scariest part, Tommy doesn't seem afraid of that push, almost like he welcomes it, almost like he believes he's invincible.